What was I thinking? 80 pounds of pine on a half horsepower lathe. This was either going to work or go very wrong. And here's where I realized that I really don't have 14 inch of clearance. As I mentioned earlier, the lowest speed on this lathe is 760 RPM, which is way too fast for a 13 inch, 80 pound blank. So when you see me flipping the power switch on and off again, almost immediately, that's me trying to keep it from launching across the shop. Not exactly the smooth controlled startup I imagined. I took a break and slept on it overnight. The next day I decided to change my methods completely. Instead of fighting the lathe, I grabbed my grinder and started shaping the entire blank down to its rough dimensions and getting it as round as possible. This way I can take some of the weight off and make it a lot safer once it's back on the lathe. Not exactly traditional wood turning, but it worked. Now you can see me a lot more confident. I let the lathe get up to speed this time. But what I didn't account for was the soft pine. The tailstock didn't loosen. The point actually dug through the end grain sideways, and the blank came off almost instantaneously. Even though the pedestal was finally secure, the small half horsepower motor was heating up quickly, so I improvised a cooling system. I set a hairdryer to cold and aimed it at the motor. Then I used my dust extractor to keep the air moving. It wasn't fancy, but it worked. By the way, I checked out my analytics the other day. About 99% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. If you enjoyed this build so far, consider hitting that button. It really helps me grow the channel and take on even bigger projects like this one. Now that I dealt with most of the problems, I can finally enjoy the carving part. This is where all the preparation paid off. The blank was solid, the motor was staying cool, and I can focus on actually shaping the pedestal. This was the first time in the build where I actually felt fun. I'm going to let you enjoy the shaping part for a bit. Let me know in the comments what challenges you run into while turning. I'd love to hear your experiences. It's always reassuring to know that I'm not the only one who's had a few surprises on the lathe. This project really pushed my little half horsepower lathe to its absolute limits. I'm looking to upgrade to a 2 to 3 horsepower machine with a larger capacity, something in the 18 to 24 inch swing range. A bigger, more powerful lathe would open the door to some incredible future projects on this channel. I've been looking at brands like Laguna, Harvey and Rikon, so let me know in the comments what lathe you'd recommend. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button.